What I cannot stand is when people who have taken a break, a layoff from the sport, come back and they try to call out someone way past their prime, someone with a name, but that they think that should be an easy W. It drives me crazy. If you're wanting to get back in and you're wanting to compete in the hardest sport in all sports, combat sports, mind you, you're either in or you're out. Like Dana White has said about Nick Diaz, you're either 100% in or you're out. If you're curious about what I'm talking about and you want to hear what really grinds my gears, stay tuned because I will bring it to your doorstep. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that Luke Rockhold is the best looking professional fighter of all time in any organization. He models for Tom Ford. What a good looking dude. First team all dime piece. Man, good looking cat. Tough as all get out. Great athlete. Surfer boy. Comes from a pedigree of athletes in his family. Seems to have it all. Even went on that weird dating show and came across as kind of a jerk. Nonetheless, really tough. Beat Chris Weidman. For all y'all in the back, he beat Chris Weidman. It's a pretty impressive feat in itself. He goes, he fights Michael Bisping and gets his clock cleaned. Bisping becomes the middleweight champ, who ultimately loses it to GSP, but then that's GSP, so what can you do? Furthermore, Luke Rockhold has taken some time off of MMA. Not sure his heart's still in it. Not sure that's what he wants to do. Then a couple days ago, I hear some news around the rumor mill. I was at the water cooler with Ariel Helwani. Me and him were just hanging out here because we're cool and stuff like that. Luke Rockhold wants to come back and test the waters in the UFC, but he wants to call out Anderson the Spider Silva. That's where I take issue. If you want to come back. But don't come back against somebody that's past his prime. Don't come back against somebody who's already rode off into the sunset. Here's what he's trying to do. He's trying to find the biggest name possible. Anderson Silva. Good luck topping that. GSP. He wants to find a big name. Anderson Silva. Then what he wants to do is beat him. And that he's going to piggyback all of Anderson's career a decade ago and act like it was still relevant and then have that W over Anderson. The problem with this is Anderson is well past his prime. The other problem with this is Luke Rockhold is thinking, who is my easiest route to victory with the big name? Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva's old. He's lost a step. He's not as fluid. He's not as quick. So what's his easiest path to that W? It's Anderson Silva. The problem with that is sometimes Anderson Silva doesn't get that memo. Like when he fought Israel Adesanya, he got that memo. Hey man, I'm here to lose. I'm here to pass on a torch. I'm well past my prime. This kid is a kid. He's the new future. He's the new real deal. Anderson got that memo. I'll tell you a time where it backfired, though, because Anderson didn't know he was supposed to lose. And that's against Daniel Cormier. He steps in on last minute, but Cormier's thinking, well, this guy's well past his prime. His better days are behind him. This should be an easy W for me. And then I'll get to hang my coat on that coat rack of I'm one of the people who beat Anderson Silva. The problem was Anderson came to fight. If you guys remember that fight properly, yeah, the wrestling was dominating against Anderson Silva. But there was that body shot that really changed that fight for a few moments. Anderson's still there. He's slower. He's a little less calculated and powerful. But deep down inside, Anderson's still there. You got a busy, busy night on your hands if you're in front of Anderson Silva. Even a used, washed up old one. Nonetheless, Dana White has told us before 100 times. Dana White has told us, listen, if you're not all the way into this sport, get out. You can't have your foot in the door. You're going to get hurt. This is a ruthless, brutal sport. You can't be half in. You're either in, and that is what you eat, sleep, and breathe, or go do something else. Luckily, Luke Rockhold has other options. Like Brendan Schaub says, a lot of these fighters, they don't have other options. This is what they know. This is what they do. This is what they're going to be doing. Luke Rockhold has other options. He could do appearances. His modeling career, he could really focus on. I mean, let's be honest, Luke Rockhold isn't going to stay young forever. And how long do looks last? Take it from me. They start to fade. Used to be cute. But that's nonetheless. The point is, Rockhold has other avenues to make money. He has other ways to do it. Getting involved in mixed martial arts, a full contact sport, if you're not all in, is a recipe for disaster. I'm worried about him. I really am. I don't want to see him take unnecessary damage for someone who's not all in. Listen, he calls out Anderson Silva and Anderson Silva takes that fight. Trust me, Anderson will take that fight serious. The last thing I want to do is see somebody half-hearted, one needs maybe a money grab, a fame grab, or something like that, come in and get CTE. Take unnecessary damage. Get knocked out again. I don't want to see it. If Rockhold had that burning desire to be a champion like he once had, then yes, I would love to see Luke Rockhold come back. But that's not the Rockhold that we have right now. The Rockhold that we have right now has been sitting down with his team and thinking, who is the biggest name in the UFC that's an easy W? Who is an active fighter in that weight class that I could get an easy win over? And his team and him decided Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva's best days were about a decade behind him. You get a win over Anderson Silva and the whole world will spark up that interest again. I think it's cheap. I really do. If you want to come back, challenge the hungry lions. Throw yourself in the fire and commit. Is that what you really want to do? What you don't want to do is be one of these people who make their names off of people who used to be good, who used to be amazing. Just my 2 cents. It is now time to tell you, do you agree with me? Or ask you, do you agree with me? Do you think Rockhold's taken the easy approach? Do you think this is strategy versus passion? Do you think this is thought out to regain some fame, money grab, whatever it may be? Or do you think he's burning to be a champion again? Do you think Luke Rockhold lays in bed at night and dreams of that strap around his waist? Do you think that's what he eats, sleeps, and breathes? I think you're lying to yourself if you say yes. But if you disagree with me, let me know down in the comments. Make sure that you subscribe, you click the like button, and let me know what you think. Also, the thumbnail. The thumbnail will give away the premise of this video, and I love it. It's because it's what I truly see. When I see Luke Rockhold grabbing this opportunity and calling out Anderson Silva, this thumbnail couldn't be more nail on the head. It is spot on. It is Robin Hood and bullseye. So, you know where I got it. It's my boy Brian. And how many times do I have to tell you guys? If you want creative and quick and quality work done, go to Twitter. Look up Brian. As always, you're going to find his information in the bio below. Just read it. Go to Twitter, type in the name, and just ask him, hey, I got this idea. I want to get this done. What do you think? he'll work with you. He's an amazing dude, super knowledgeable about MMA as well, thoughtful. He's fun to debate with as well. So give him a check, give him a follow. You need any artwork done? Trust me. Just scroll through all my past thumbnails, and the ones that are hilarious and that are like breathtakingly cool, he did. So get in where you belong, follow along, and check out my boy Brian.